I've bought this 1996 Volkswagen T4 camper van, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to turn it into something special. So far we've repaired the chassis and lots of holes on the van, put a rear quarter on and got it painted. Then we turned our attention to the brakes, got them apart, painted and put back on. The other side of the van was a pretty much same story, plenty more of this. We've been up to T4. After a few small repairs to the driver's side of the van, I managed to get it in primer and also get that side painted. Then we was on to the brakes, and they didn't want to come off easy. There was plenty of this. In the end, I had to resort to the flame to release the brake pipes, and it done a pretty good job, other than I thought I was going to catch the van tonight. After a bit of sandblasting and painting, the brakes were nearly finished, and this is where we join the story. So I'm back again in the garage, and today I am working on the brakes. I've finished sandblasting them at work, and today hopefully we're going to get some paint on them before they go too rusty again. The calipers have actually started going a little bit rusty again, and I'm going to have to clean some of that off before I get started. The other day we got the front brakes painted, and I've got a few other little components to finish off the front brakes, so I need to get the back brakes finished painted also. Then we're going to be out getting back on this van, but before we do that we've got some other stuff to do as well. But we need to get the brakes painted, then we can complete the other work and continue moving forward with this van. Feels like it's dragging on forever, and it actually is, because I've spent a lot of time working on this van, but nevertheless we're getting there. Let's just crack on, shall we? Stop talking about it. So, I'm just about set up. Finally got everything wrapped up, ready to be hung up and painted. Give it all a little bit of a clean up. I'm just going to go over it with panel wipe as I do each part. Give it a little clean down and give it a paint, hang it up. And yeah, let's just get on with it. Gloves. I'm bound to paint my fingers. Right, so that's got the brakes all painted up. I didn't get too much on my fingers, just a little bit. Quite pleased with them. Let's give them a good coat of paint so they should last for another good few years without going rusty this time. The next job is going to be to get the hubs sorted out. They're a little bit crusty, so I'm going to get them done and then underseal the van and then get these brakes back on. So I'm back in the garage again today. Had a lovely Christmas, and hope you all did too. And started to do a little bit of work on the van. Slow. I think it's all the mince pies, you know. But anyway, managed to get these painted. That's a brand new one, and that's our old one there. A few drips on it, but once that's gone off, it's going to look lovely. Got all my other components all together there, and going to get all them built up when I get these other bits sorted. I knew on the other side I actually had to put a new tie rod on because I had a lot of playing it, and I felt this one as well. And this one's, well, you can see there, it's knackered. I've already got a track rod end as well for it, so I thought I'd get a new tie rod, and then that should all be good. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start getting this cleaned up. I'm going to clean all this up, get the wire brush, just give it a little bit of a clean up. Same with the rear, and then I think we'll be able to start getting it masked up, ready to start shooting all this with some bone chip. Let's just crack on with it, shall we? Right, so that's had a nice little clean up. Certainly looks a lot better than it was, all flaky rust and stuff. Let's get on with the rear one. Let's get this second one done. This one's nowhere near as bad as the front. Where has it all come from? There is a lot of rust here. If anyone knows what the layers of rust are, is it the material, is it the metal itself, or is it just lots of debris over the years? I don't know what it is. Anyway, if you know what all the rust is about, let me know in the comments. Again, if you've got any good products that you think I should be using on this, let me know in the comments. Maybe we'll use it next time. That's a bit better. I mean, it's not 100%, but I've cleaned it a little bit. All that one done, and next job is going to be get everything masked up here so I can get all my stone chip undersill and all my bits underneath there, right along the inner sills, and in all these wheel arches. Once we get that done and the back plates are dry, and I've got my other bits that I picked up from the car accessory shop for my steering rack, I'm going to finally be able to get this van back together and maybe even get wheels on it. So I am looking forward to seeing wheels on it. It's been some months in this garage like this. And I want to get it unwrapped, if I'm honest. I want to get all the masking tape off and just, yeah, just get it all back to how it should be for now. And then we can start work on the front. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We've got a lot more to do. But we're getting there, So that's just a lot cleaner. Once them back plates are dry, we'll be able to start assembling the brakes after getting all the undersealing done. So undersealing is next. Well, I think I've got it pretty much wrapped up. All I need to do now is go and get the chutes. I've been keeping it in the bedroom, trying to keep it warm. I thought it might flow a little bit better. All I need to do now is get the chutes gun and get to schutzing. And boom, just like that, we got the old stone chipping done. And I think it looks really neat actually. You can see where I've done a bit of welding now. But at least it's sort of tidied up. It went on a bit heavy at the start, to be honest, but it ain't bad, it ain't bad. And tomorrow, hopefully going to get on the brakes. Got the other calipers over there, they're still drying. And yeah, starting to take shape. Really pleased with it. So see you guys tomorrow. Right, okay, so I'm back in the garage today. Had a few days away from here. So I collected the other day, we got ourselves a tie rod, that's in there. We've got a new track rod end. There was a little bit of play in the other ones. In fact, there was a lot of play in the other ones. And got my brakes all ready. What I need to do is I need to get it all unmasked, get all these cable ties off, and get it all put back together. I need to clean the lines out. I'm going to blow them through with the air line, and get this built up. Make sure we get the right dimensions for the tie rod so there ain't too much tracking to be done. And hopefully get this buttoned up in the next few hours. So without further ado, I'm just going to get on with it. Well, front one done, and not too bad. You have to excuse the wind. It's turned like really windy outside, so my garage door is rattling, but nevertheless we're still moving on, and all I've got to do now is the rear ones. Finally the brakes are back together. A few little hiccups, but you know, no one's perfect, but they're together and let's hope they work. So let's crack on with the next job. So I'm back working on the brakes again today. My plan is to try and gravity bleed these brakes, which is something I've done in the past, especially if you're working by yourself and you haven't got the fancy, you know, brake bleeding equipment, which I've never had. Normally either done it like this or got an assistant to help me. So I'm just getting set up now, and I found a nice bit of tubing which happened to be from an old diesel heater that I fitted. I've just got it on the nipple there into my container, and I'll fill up that with a little bit of brake fluid so it's actually submerged into the brake fluid, and then we'll start. Okay, so got both my bottles set up. I've got fluid in the reservoir, and I'm going to just let nature take its course. But what I need to do is I want to give the pedal a couple of pumps, and I really want to get this fan unmasked now, because to be honest, it's been masked up for so long. I want to get it all unwrapped now. I'm getting close to actually getting this fan out of here and turning it round. That's my school of thought behind getting the brakes working, because you know, I don't want to smash it into the wall over there like I nearly did last time in the other van. But never mind. We'll get this unwrapped, and then hopefully we can get these brakes bled, and then we can carry on working. So let's get the masking off now. I don't know if you can see that, but this is the liquid here that's coming out through the braking system. You can just see it there, and it's working its way up. It's getting higher. I think it will take a little while. So there we go. This brake line here, I opened up the nipple a little bit and the liquid's down, and it's just there now. You can't see any further because obviously that's the lowest point it gets to there, and it's just running into the bottle now, hopefully. Yeah, we've got a little bit in there now. Just like tapping a vein, really. The most important thing is to make sure that you've got some fluid in the reservoir. Got plenty in there at the moment, but it won't take long for that to drop down. So my brake bleeding's actually coming on quite well. Done the two rears, and now I've just come to the front, done this front one on the driver's side, and I've just, so it's my setup. You can see fluid's just coming down here, gets round there. You can see the air bubbles when they come as well. There's not so many there now, but there was at the beginning. You can just see it at the end there. Comes over the top of the hill and drips into our container. I'll let that go for a little while, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump the brakes up with the pedal, which I've actually felt before I started this one. It's already pretty hard. I was really surprised how well it's coming out. So leave this one for a minute. Now I'm going to go back to the rear, do the rear ones again, and then the front ones again, and then hopefully be good to go. We might even get the wheels back on the van. Right, so got my front wheel on, still got to get the back wheels on. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to be sorting out to fit the rear bumper and the rear lights. But that's all for this video. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, whack that subscribe button, and see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.